All right, DLC goes live tonight. Patch notes 1.03. Added support for the Forsaken Hollows. If you own the DLC, added display the currently equipped relics in the character selection menu. Goated. That's cool. So that we can prep when we're in DON, switch setups based off of the boss we're at or we're facing. You know? You can check the effects of equipped relics by toggling the display. Not sure what that means. We'll find out. We'll play around with it. Added a feature to set names when registering relic presets in the relic rights menu. Oh, dope. Thank the baby Jesus. We can name our relic presets. So we can actually get organized. More organization, more quality of life improvements. Set names can be changed in the all presets section. Order of presets for each character can now be changed in the all presets section of the relic rights menu. We're really just going to have to play around with it to figure out what that actually does. In the relic rights menu, you can change the order of presets, but not the order of the character themselves in all relics section. Huh. Added deep, large, scenic flatstone to the collector's signboard shop. Oh, is there new Deep of Night relics? Interesting. The map's layer display can now be toggled in the results menu. Okay, cool. Relics equipped by each player can now be played in the results menu. Okay. That's really cool. I can see what other relics people were playing at the end of a run. Interesting. So I can search for scapegoats, you know what I mean? Be like, oh, this guy had really bad relics. This is why we lost. It wasn't my skill, you know? Relics can only be displayed for sessions played in version 1.02 or later. Okay. Players with a personal objective that requires defeating a specific target while reliving a remembrance can now embark on expeditions with players whose personal objective does not require defeating a specific target. Cool. That would have been super useful a long time ago. For new players, I guess that's really good. Because it would put you in a whole different queue. Way back when Nightreign launched, a whole different queue just for doing your remembrance. Or at least I think that's how it works. It's been a while. Personal objectives that do not require destroying the target will only appear for one player per expedition. Okay. The flask count will now be highlighted in the following situations. When the flask count is at the maximum capacity. Oh, very nice. When an enemy-induced effect that influences the flask is triggered. Okay, cool. The vertical position of the compass rune icon will now be displayed if the runes dropped upon death are significantly above or below the player character. Oh, interesting. Quality of life improvements. All right. You can now highlight specific events that occur on a map layer that is on a different level from the character's location in the map menu. What does that mean? Highlight specific events that occur on a map layer that is on a different level from the character's location in the map menu. Okay. We're just going to have to play around with that in game to really understand what that means. Adjusted the dormant power selection screen so that the HP gauge and other UI elements remain visible while the screen is displayed. Okay. Adjusted the weapon lineup in Limveld's shops. I wonder what that means. Added fire pots to the shop inventory inside the spirit shelter. Ah, a typo here. What is this? I swear they need someone like me to just, read through everything and be like, okay, there's no typos. You're good. That's okay though. They're operating in a different language, you know? That is in preparation for the new character that releases tonight. So that's really cool for those players, which may very well be everybody tonight. Everybody's going to be playing the new players. Target lock on enemies that are behind when the tombstone summoned by Raider's ultimate art appears no longer gets released. Okay, that's useful. The problem with Raider's ultimate is a variety of things, but one of them is losing the lock-on when the tombstone gets summoned. And honestly, not a lot of people have been playing Raider since Deep at Night came out, but I don't remember encountering this problem specifically, but it sounds familiar. It sounds very familiar. And probably led to a lot of frustrations with his ultimate appearing. So this is good. This is a good thing for Raider players. And everybody, really. Okay, balance and adjustments. In general, the trigger conditions of relic effects that trigger with low HP, equipment, passive effects, and special effects have been broadened. I don't know what that means. Hopefully it explains it down here. So let's see. Changes to passive effects and special effects. Added new passive effects. Oh, new relics, essentially, I think is what this means. Improved melee attack power. Oh, very good. Improved dash attacks. Like Ironized dash? What is considered a dash attack? Improves rolling attacks. Okay, so after you roll and you attack. Improved dash attacks. Maybe it's like after surge sprinting. I don't know. Increase the effect of the passive effect. Improves attack powers when two-handing. Hell yeah, brother. That's what I'm talking about. For wild domains, this is very, very helpful. I wonder how much or whether I'm actually going to notice the increase, though, in game. Like if I hadn't read this, would I have noticed something? Increase the effect of the passive effect attack up when wielding two armaments. Cool. If you're dual wielding, that really works for you. Whether you're Wilder or Duchess. Improve the effect of the passive effect, improve chain of attack finishers. It sounds like they improved a lot of stuff because not a lot of people were using it because it was mid, because you can barely tell the difference. So hopefully now you can tell the difference. So it's all the same stuff, just improve chain attack finishers, improve charge attacks, improve jump attacks, improve guard counters, improve skill attack power. Oh, look at this. Increase the effect of the passive effect physical attack up. I would equip this on my relics, but this was unforeseen. I wasn't expecting them to buff it. Maybe it really wasn't that good, and I was just equipping it because it looked good. But now maybe it's really, really good. We'll find out. This is definitely a good one. I like that. And this one, improve melee attack power. And this one. I like that. Honestly, they're all pretty good. This is good. This is all good. This is all boosts, essentially, for us. Broaden the trigger conditions and decrease the effectiveness of the passive effect. Improve damage negation at low HP. Huh. It sounds like low HP when it was perhaps 20%, maybe now it's 30% or something. But interestingly, they decrease the effectiveness. Huh. I don't feel like I ever really took advantage of this because in Deep in Night, it just doesn't make any sense. Even with this, you're going to get knocked unless you're like stacking it a lot. Broaden the trigger conditions and decrease the effectiveness of the Talisman Blue Feathered Branch Sword. What the heck is this? Let's find out. Hang on. Copy. Paste. Blue Feathered Branch Sword, Talisman Elden Ring. Reduces damage taken by 50% when HP is below. Oh, so they're changing like the damage negation at low HP stuff. Okay. Oh, so they adjusted this as well, essentially. So this is probably like 30% or something. Who knows? Okay, changes to relic effects. Increase the effect of physical attack up. Physical attack up. Is that different from this? No, it's the same thing. Okay. But this is like items that you get in the game, and then this is relics. Ah, I see. Very good. Wow, increase the effect of improving initial standard attack. And crit hits. Imagine this build for solo. It's going to be really good. Increase the effect of improved guard counters. I wonder if Guardian is a little better now. That's nice. Increase the effect of improved triple X damage, excluding bow weapon types. What the heck is triple X damage? Does anyone know what triple X damage is? Increase the effect of improved attack power with 3 plus double X equipped, excluding bow weapon types. What the heck is this X? Interesting. Broaden the trigger conditions and decrease the effectiveness of improved damage negation at low HP. Again, okay, cool. So they buffed that. Reduce the FP consumption and increase the power of the Wrath of Gold incantation. Okay, very good. Actually, I guess you don't have to cast it as much, so that's nice. Oh, actually, this is really good. Reduce the FP consumption and increase the power. That's amazing. Shout out Rev. All right. Bug fixes and improvements. Let's see if I recognize any of the bugs that may have prevailed here. Fix a bug in the Augur invasion event where the character would not be properly teleported to the battle area against Augur if the player was performing a critical hit at the time of the teleportation trigger. That's very specific. I don't think I've ever encountered that. But for those of you who have, I'm sure you welcome this change. Mitigated an issue where sites of grace or churches would not activate, and leveling up and adding charges of last could not be performed under some conditions. Praise bees. If you know, you know. The grace near the castle, if they fixed it, I am very pleased with this change. We will find out soon enough. Fixed a bug where the range of Knight's Tide differed from other players upon rejoining a session under some conditions. Okay, interesting. Didn't know that was a problem. Fixed a bug where hammer weapons with a prayerful strike skill would not appear. Fixed a bug where effects that heal or enhance allies did not apply to characters dodging or performing their ultimate art. Yeah, I did notice that, I don't know if this applies, but when Wilder dodges and Duchess hits her ult, I don't get invisible. I don't get the effect. Does this help with that? Or maybe it's further down in here. Who knows? Okay, fix an issue where the weak points created by Iron Eye skill marking would appear for some players and not others under some conditions. Oh, I didn't know that was a bug. Okay. You know what's funny about this is that this could have been a bug and people were just assuming Iron Eye didn't mark, you know? And they're yelling at their screen like, why isn't this guy marking, you know? But then you would see him physically do it, you know? So maybe that's not the case. Regardless, this is welcome. Thank you. I didn't know it was a problem though. Fix a bug where Raider's retaliate skill would be cancelled and the character would flinch when receiving some enemy attacks that deal no damage while the skill was active. Huh. You know, I thought it was like a skill issue on my behalf, perhaps, or, that's just how it works. But that's really nice. That's really good. Maybe he's more viable now. It's very welcome. Fix a bug where affinity residues spawned by Recluse's elemental defense passive ability would not appear when hit by some enemy attacks. I don't play Recluse much, so I really can't speak on that. Fix a bug where stagger damage was not applied when parrying some enemy attacks with Executor. Huh, very good. Fix a bug where the range of rolls to dodge some enemy's darkness-imbued attacks was different than intended. Huh. I wonder if that helps with the, I don't know if darkness imbued. I didn't realize this was a Pokemon. Are they talking like gravity spells? The heck is darkness imbued? Are they talking the two trolls? The two stone trolls? Blech. Fix a bug in the Depth Relics where the effect Green Spill Crystal Tear in possession at the start of the expedition did not appear. Interesting. Green Spill. Crack Tear. Which one's those? Temporarily boost stamina and mixed physique. Okay. I don't think anyone really uses that. I really don't think anybody uses that. But shout out to whoever has it on their relic. Fixed a bug in the expedition menu where the gauge indicating the deep of night rating was not displayed when performing reduced death, resulting in the subsequent gauge not reflecting the rate correctly. I never reduced my death because I'm mid, and I've only gotten to death 3. I'm pretty sure I can get to death 4. It's just, I gotta lock in and I gotta sit down and, I work, so don't have a lot of time to do so. Fixed a bug in the Relic Rights menu where the icon indicating placement in other vessels was not displayed correctly. Huh, okay. Fixed a bug in the Dormant Power selection screen where the UI indicating rarity was not displayed on equipment and item icons. Okay. Fix an issue where sorting by FP consumption in the sparring equipment menu and visual codex menu of the sparring rounds when displaying the list of sorceries and incantations did not work correctly. I'm sure some people are very happy about this. I've never experienced it myself, but I could see why that could be frustrating. And you just live with it, you know? But now they fixed it. Praise bees. Fixed a bug in the results menu and Victor's record menu where the attributes added by relics to each character's weapons during an expedition were not correctly reflected. Okay. I didn't know that was an issue as well. How did they figure this stuff out? Who's reporting this stuff? Very good. Fixed a bug in the results menu where the special effects held by other players were not recorded beyond a certain number. Oh, very good. I think they're talking about the swords, the special swords, the goated swords. Fix an issue where, if a session was disbanded immediately after a player left, the message at the title screen confirming the return to that session would keep appearing even after selecting OK. All right. Which character gets this? The person who left or the people that are still in the game? Message at the title screen. Oh, the person who left. The message at the title screen keep appearing even after selecting OK. Okay. So hopefully this means we can get back into our game a lot easier if we do disconnect. Fix some graphical rendering issues, always welcome. Fix an issue where some sound effects did not play correctly, always welcome. Corrected some text. Oh, can they correct this typo we found up here? Where is it? Where is it? It doesn't really matter. Made several other performance improvements and bug fixes. Wow, very welcome. What is this? All right. That concludes the patch notes for version 1.03. The DLC goes live tonight. I think everybody's going to be playing the new players. I'll probably play them not in DON and then jump into DON later. Thank you for watching. Oh, also, I'm working on I played 100 Nights as Wilder. Obviously, it's taking forever because 100 Nights times 40, 100 times 40. What is that? 400 hours essentially. Yeah. So that's taking a long time. Hopefully my skill improves and I can at least get to depth 4, you know. We'll see. All right. Thanks for watching.